Hello and welcome to the daily card reading. This is a tarot card reading for Friday, July 18th, 2025. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. We're going to take a look at the cards today, and the focus is to gain insight and inspiration to get an idea of what the universal energies are like for today. This reading is for the collective. It's for whoever watches this reading. This is hopefully gives you a way to navigate the day ahead, or at the end of the day to go back and look at the events of your day in conjunction with these cards to kind of get maybe some of that insight or some ideas as to what transpired through the day and either what you could do better or what you could fix. And it works both ways. You can do one, the other, or both. It's completely up to you. But this is a focus on the energies of the day today, what we need to know, what we may need to watch out for, what we may need to be prepared for as far as what is going to occur. This is the Tarot of the Golden Wheel. Use this deck quite a bit. Lovely deck. Got a card left over. Nope. Okay, doesn't feel like it. We'll check it just to be the Empress. That's lovely. I'll just take that. That's lovely. It's a great card to just kind of have. Speaking of cards popping out. All right. How many cards do we have here? We have two. We're going to do two like that, and then we'll do a third card down here. I am not going to use an oracle deck except for the punctuation today. I've done that. I've used an oracle deck as the main card over the past few days. I'm just changing it up a little bit, just going with my intuition and my gut as to what cards want to be used or how we're going to use them. And then this card down here. So this card almost feels like the punctuation, but we'll see. We'll see how this all goes. So our two main cards of the day, we'll combine these and I'll listen to what Spirit has to say about it. The Hermit and the Knight of Cups. The Hermit is about, it can be about secluding yourself, but in this case, the Hermit plays two roles. This could be getting away from the outside world, moving into an internal space, really looking within, spending time with yourself, being alone, and how that can help you work through maybe some issues that you have. In this case, though, the Hermit's other role is a bringer of knowledge from that time alone. The Hermit, it can be someone who has spent a lot of time alone, has learned the things they need to learn, has had that deep connection with nature, with wilderness, with being on their own and self-sufficient. And then they bring this light. Usually he's holding a lantern. And in this case, I think he's just bringing grapes, maybe? Or maybe some herbal knowledge. But in this case, I don't know, the Hermit, it feels more like that second version, which is a chance to bring knowledge forward, a chance to step forward from a place of seclusion. If you've been operating by yourself for a while, if you have maybe not been as engaged in social circles, this is an invitation to step forward from that and bring what the universe is asking, that you bring what you know to the fore, bring it forward and share it with others, because there are people that need that. The Knight of Cups is this. He's the true romantic. The Knight of Cups isn't as mature with his emotional energy and his romanticism as the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. The Knight of Cups, he's further along than the page, but he can sometimes overdo it. He can be the person that is too touchy-feely, who is just kills with kindness, so to speak, right? Like just kind of overloads with an energy of care and concern and compassion. And can also be very much in their feelings, and that can be a superpower, right? But the concern here with the knight is that the knights often will overdo something. But it feels like the knight is sort of backing the hermit's play, and so there is an energy here of coming forward with emotional energy, with a sense to share a romantic ideal or a romantic idea of the world, of lessons learned, with the emotions, with your intuition, with your connection to the heart. And it's almost like the knight became the hermit, and now the hermit is starting to come forward again, back into and starting to step into the world with what that hermit knows. It also feels like this is about a possibility of over romanticizing something, and spending too much emotional energy towards something, that the hermit has learned and to know better about that. But there's a chance to go too far with something that you care about, that it's about touching into this deep sense of heart energy, almost tempered by the hermit's wisdom, if that makes sense. Let's see what the third card is. Three of Swords. What an interesting... Yeah, this almost does feel like a punctuation, doesn't it? The Three of Swords can very much be a heartbreak card. And it can be a rough card to get. But it does feel like an underlying theme. So this is about coming forward from a time of heartbreak, looking at old wounds, looking at old traumas, perhaps, that came about from caring too much. These are almost like this. There we go. That feels better to me. And this is about learning now what you have. You're not the same person that those traumas occurred to. You now have the light of the wisdom of the hermit. Maybe that heartbreak, maybe this Three of Swords energy drove you into seclusion. Maybe it drove you into isolation. Maybe it drove you away from community. Whatever this event was, this feels very much like it's in the past. But it was from a place of caring too much with the Knight of Cups. And it caused you to really have to rethink things and go into seclusion. But now, this is the time for the hermit to return. This is time for the hermit to step back out of the cave with all the lessons that they've learned about heartbreak, about boundaries. Boundaries just popped into my head. About managing your own power and your own stance in the world, and the way you have been wounded in the past, and to learn from that. And you're bringing that energy forward today in a way that can help others. This is about sharing that energy from the Three of Swords and using it in a healthy way to help others see that their heartbreak is meaningful and can put them towards a place of where you are right now as a hermit, coming out and bringing that wisdom forward. It definitely feels like bringing wisdom forward from a period of time when you were hurt, when things really did not go well for you, and how you can bring that forward in a healing way, in a way to help other people so maybe they don't make the same mistakes, or if they have made similar mistakes, you can help them with the process of becoming better, becoming more whole, becoming more powerful. An interesting reading today, but very powerful reading, very much a sense of pulling strength and resolve and wisdom from a past wounding. And the knights are courageous. Knights are tough. Knights don't stop. Even though this guy is kind of a Prince Charming, he's also a tough Prince Charming. All the knights are very tough and can hold their own as they come forward. So it's almost like this energy is returning back to the hermit. It's like the hermit once was this guy who then went through a bad situation. He went into seclusion. They almost look alike. And now he's coming back out from that wounding, from this place of hermitage, to bring that information back to the world. So today, look and see what wisdom you can bring from your past woundings. What gives you a chance when there might be opportunities today where you get to share. You don't have to share everything, but you can look at someone or maybe help them and guide them with some information as to how you recovered and what you did to get stronger and survive and to still be here today. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to pull a punctuation card. This was informational here. And we'll see what the Angels and Ancestors cards say about this. This feels like today could be a chance to be kind of heavy, but it can be heavy if you don't use this knowledge that the hermit has from being on their own and from the lantern they carry. It feels like it could be a little bit, not oppressive, just sort of heavy and overcast. But you have to make that internal switch, claim your power, claim your wounds, and really hold them and move forward with them in a helpful, healing way. And it could be a great day. It could be an incredibly magical day if you do this, because the hermit is a very magical person. They've learned from their time alone and their time being cast away. They've learned from that in so many ways. And punctuation-wise, what do we have? Be devoted and committed. And the sage, a lot of sages are considered hermits, right? That's another version. Sages are usually withdrawn, spending a lot of times in their studies, spending a lot of times in their wizard towers and their own caves and their own the type of seclusion, or retreat. But this is about being devoted and committed to this energy, being devoted and committed to yourself as a Knight of Cups who maybe was wounded and carrying it forward. I think I want to add, it just popped in my head, be devoted and committed and caring. Be devoted, committed, and caring today. And realize a lot of people are coming from a place of wounding. I think that's another message that's coming through. A lot of people are coming from a place of wounding from caring too much. And I think that's a very important lesson and a thing to reflect on and to carry with you today. I think some wisdom will come from that for sure. Awesome. Okay. As usual, please give the video a like if you enjoyed this. If this helped you in any way, please leave a comment down below. I love to get those. Let me know how this reading worked for you, or if you have any insights to this. Also, I will be as part of a psychic salon that's happening at Crystal Moon Body Art Shop in Bloomington, Indiana, tonight from 7 to 9. Myself and 3 other very talented individuals will be holding a psychic salon where we will be working with the crowd and answering questions as the 4 of us together. It's a free thing. It takes place at Crystal Moon. Come check us out if you want. It'd be great. I have some information posted on my Facebook page. And yeah, I would love to see folks. Otherwise, you can catch me here tomorrow for the other daily reading. I also have a couple other videos coming up over the weekend, including a pendulum video. It's finally getting done. It's very exciting. All right. Bring your wisdom forward from the experiences you've had from caring too much today. devoted, committed, caring. All right. Peace and strength, everyone. Have a wonderful Friday, and I will see you Saturday. Take care. Bye-bye.